All right, so I am here in Florida for CPAC. Now, if you hear a little background noise on this video, there is a really loud air conditioning system in the hotel. And guys, I'm sorry, I need the AC on. It's hot as hell outside. So we're just gonna have to deal with that in the background for the next couple of days as I do my videos. And I'm really excited. I've already met a bunch of people for CPAC. Guys, I've got some of the most exciting news that you are all going to love. I can't share it with you yet, but you can tell I'm pretty excited about this news. I'm gonna have more information in a little while. I'm gonna be playing with some big boys. Let me just tell you that. All right, but we'll get into that. That's just a teaser for another day. What I really want to talk about today is Snopes, because I have possibly achieved one of my lifetime missions in this universe, which is to be fact-checked by Snopes. This is the best. I just got this link sent to me this morning. I haven't even read it yet, because I wanted to do a little bit of a live reaction to me, or one of my stories rather. It wasn't exactly me, but a story that I broke, that I have more evidence than anyone over, being fact-checked. Now, one of the interesting things about this whole experience for me is, do you know how many journalists have reached out to me that have reported on this story? Two. That's it. Two. The rest of them are just writing based on stuff they're finding on the internet. They haven't reached out to me, and I have more information that I've actually posted, because frankly, some of it just ain't relevant. Some of it is like, you know, behind the scenes stuff, and obviously I have access to the original whistleblowers in this entire affair. Did Snopes reach out to me in the course of their fact check of this story? No. So let's see what they had to say. I'm gonna do a little bit of a live reaction to this fact check. Did Coca-Cola's diversity training tell workers try to be less white? Opponents of critical race theory and diversity training railed against Coca-Cola in February 2021, but with no real evidence. Oh, really, Snopes? First of all, I am not an opponent of diversity training. So this is number one that you got wrong, Snopes. I'm not an opponent of diversity training. I think diversity training can be great when it's not teaching you that you are racist because of the color of your skin. This is a common lie that people on the left tell about critical race theory. They say that it eliminates diversity training. It does not eliminate diversity training. That is a blatant lie. There are a great number of really good diversity training programs out there that have nothing to do with critical race theory. I have no problem with any of those. So lie number one, Snopes. We've already got you there, and I haven't even gotten into the article yet. Let's keep going. Claim. Coca-Cola's diversity, equity, and inclusion training contains slides which try to be less white. That is true. That's true. You've literally seen the slides. I wonder if Snopes is actually going to post the slides here. Rating, mixture. Oh, really, Snopes? Really? What's true? Screenshots shared widely in February 2021 were authentic snapshots of a real online course on LinkedIn featuring Robin DiAngelo and entitled Confronting Racism. Okay. They did indeed get that part correct. What's false? However, the presence of a Coca-Cola logo in a screenshot taken from LinkedIn does not prove that the video course featuring Robin DiAngelo was required viewing for Coca-Cola employees. Coca-Cola has explicitly denied the course, which included a section entitled Try to be Less White, was part of their diversity curriculum for its mandatory diversity and equity and inclusion training. Well, that's actually false, Snopes. That's wrong. Coca-Cola has issued two statements about this training. The first one they issued acknowledged that this training was a part of their curriculum, but said it was not the focus of the curriculum. The second statement that they issued a couple hours later denied that this was part of their curriculum at all. So I wonder if Snopes actually bothered to look at the two separate statements that Coca-Cola has issued on this entire affair and ask the question of Coca-Cola of why they issued two contradictory statements. The first one was to the Blaze. The second was to a guy at National File who has been the only good reporter on this story. And even the guy at National File said that these statements were two contradictory statements. The other part of this is, yes, it is true that Coca-Cola's logo being in the screenshot is not absolute proof that it was part of their program, but then why were the employees taking it? Why? This is a question, everyone who's been saying like Coke has denied this, as though a company issuing a denial is just the all and out truth. Everyone that's saying that, like, I have a question for you. The employees at Coke who took this training were so outraged by this training that they went through the trouble to leak the images to get daylight shed on it so that the training would stop. Why would they go and take this training on their own? And I'll give you even more. The person I originally got the images from was not white. So why would this person have taken it upon themselves to go take the training? I'll add you one more. I actually have an internal email from Coca-Cola, and I have posted this publicly, so Snopes damn well could have found it, even if they were too lazy to reach out to me, that said required training. The word required was actually used in the flipping training. So, and I also have another message from a different Coke whistleblower that said, yeah, Coke went into panic mode and removed all of this from their website over the weekend. So Snopes wants to believe that Coca-Cola issued a press release, which was the second one that they issued on this, and now they're telling the truth. Oh, okay. What's undetermined? We have not been able to corroborate Coca-Cola's denial. Well, maybe you should have looked at the first statement that Coke issued Snopes, which acknowledged that this training was part of their Better Together curriculum, but it was not the central focus of the curriculum. Origin. That's not the fucking origin! Oh my god, they didn't even put me in here! Oh my god, these absolute rat bastards. Origin. In February 2021, several readers asked Snopes to examine the authenticity and accuracy of online posts which claimed that Coca-Cola had given its employees diversity training, which included slides encouraging them to be less white. Okay, if that's true, then Snopes, why didn't you reach out to the person who broke the story, Snopes? Why didn't you reach out to me if you were doing a proper investigation of this story? On February 19th, the Twitter account this is not where it came from. Snopes did such an accurate reporting of this story that they didn't even include the Twitter account it originated from. Can you guys just wrap your head around this for a minute? This is why we don't believe Snopes. They didn't even bother to find the source of the material, even though my tweets have 25 million views on them. They are not hard to find. This was not even a challenge. My name was all over the news as the person who broke this story. Snopes didn't even bother to go to that extent. But let's see what it said. The Twitter account, Lefty Moment, posted a widely shared image which contained the caption, "This was in Coca-Cola's diversity training," along with an image that appeared to be composed of two screenshots, one showing a presentation slide with the words, "Try to be less white," and the other with a list of white traits, explaining that to be less white means to be less oppressive, less arrogant, less certain, and so on. Oh, they did mention me! Okay, I take that part back. I don't know why they started with Lefty Moment, but okay, let's keep going. This is what happens when you do live reaction. You don't know what you're going to find. These and other similar images appear to have been leaked by a Coca-Cola employee to me, a prominent online opponent of critical race theory and many aspects of corporate diversity training. Wrong, Snopes. We've already talked about the diversity training piece. I think diversity training can be really great, actually. Who describes herself as LinkedIn as an organizational psychologist and executive/performance coach. True. I haven't updated my LinkedIn profile in probably about a year now, but those things are actually still true. Borisenko shared the screenshots on February 19th, consistently characterizing them as having been part of a required training for Coca-Cola's employees. As proof of this, she cited a Coca-Cola logo visible in the top right-hand corner of the screen. No, wrong, Snopes. As proof of that, I cited an actual internal email from Coca-Cola that used the word required. Go back to the original thread, Snopes. I know, you're investigative reporters. I know this is very hard to look at a Twitter thread. The screenshots were also shared on controversial 4chan. I guess I'm responsible for them being shared on 4chan, okay. A frequent online source of political disinformation in recent years, Nigel Farage, a former leader of the far-right UK Independence Party, mentioned the story in a YouTube video, claiming Coca-Cola had lost their marbles and by putting their staff through compulsory training on how to be white. Well, actually, a lot of people mentioned this story, but I have to tell you, I was actually particularly proud of Nigel Farage mentioning this story. I thought that was great. The presentation in question is real, and the try to be less white slides were authentic. However, the evidence provided by Borisenko, who you never reached out to, Snopes, and others does not prove that Coca-Cola included the presentation in its diversity training for its employees, and the company has explicitly denied the claim. Let me finish that sentence. They explicitly denied the claim after confirming it 2 hours before denying it. The analysis contained in the widely shared online post in February 2021 came from a presentation titled Confronting Racism, which featured Robin DiAngelo, a writer and consultant whose work on racism has been proven controversial. Holy crap, Snope says Robin DiAngelo is controversial? Okay, there may be hope yet. Who has been hired to conduct diversity and anti-racism training for many American companies. The course was created by Big Think. True! An educational video platform using footage taken from an earlier interview they conducted with DiAngelo. Confronting Racism has been widely available on LinkedIn, but was removed on February 21st on foot of a request by the producers of the course at Big Think and representatives for DiAngelo. True! Before it was taken down, it carried the following description. In this course, Robin DiAngelo, the best-selling author of White Fragility, gives you the vocabulary and practices you need to start confronting racism and unconscious bias at the individual level and throughout your organization. There's no magic recipe for building an inclusive workplace. It's a process that needs to involve people of color that needs to go on for as long as your company's in business. With these tools at your disposal, you'll be well on your way. The slides in question appeared during the What You Can Do section of the course. Try to be less white. There's that slide. We've talked about that. These slides appeared as part of a video, which the screenshots shared widely in February 21 did not reflect. Hang on. The slides appeared as part of a video, which the screenshots shared in February 2021 did not fully reflect. In that section of the video, DiAngelo provides narration. Oh, let's read the narration, shall we? I tried to be a little less white. How is that not corroborated with the slides, Snopes? I'm really clear that I'm not going to be free of my condition and racism is not going to end in my lifetime. Okay, Robin DiAngelo is literally just admitted to being a lifelong racist. The question I ask myself is, how do I do a little less harm? And how do I know, right? Am I, in any given moment, behaving in anti-racist ways? Not, I'm already done, I'm never racist. Not, I'm a terrible person, I'm always racist. But in any given moment, how am I doing and how do I know? And that keeps me humble. It keeps me accountable. This woman is literally confessing that she's a racist in this video, by the way. This is what this is saying. So for me, to do less harm is no small thing. Because it could literally be one more hour of a person of color's life who didn't have to take my home, my nonsense, and agonize all night long, whether or not it was worth talking to me, and they should just suck it up yet again, lest they risk my lashing out in defensiveness. Robin DiAngelo is literally confessing here that she says so much racist crap that she sends home people of color crying at night. Like, what is she saying that is sending home people of color crying at night? That is the question we should be asking, Snopes. So for me, to be less white is to be less oppressive racially, to be less arrogant, to be less certain, to be less defensive, to be less ignorant, quite frankly, to be more humble, to listen, to believe, to break with apathy, to break with white solidarity. It's not easy. It's a lifelong process, but nothing is more rewarding. Snopes. That passage is crazy. That actually confirms everything in the slides. Congratulations. LinkedIn Learning is a service provided to LinkedIn users with a paid premium subscription. Users do not purchase individual videos, but rather a premium membership gives one access to all additional content contained in the LinkedIn Learning platform. Videos, courses, and learning paths. This is an important feature of the LinkedIn Learning in the context of the controversy prompted by Boris Zenko's tweets and YouTube videos about Coca-Cola. Yes, I actually explained this, didn't I, Snopes? In a press release published on February 20th, Coca-Cola stated that confronting racism was not a part of the company's curriculum, meaning it was not something Coca-Cola obligated its employees to view. Then why were its employees viewing it? Why? How did they trip and stumble upon the course? Rather, the company has said its training involved use of LinkedIn Learning when the course was accessible there. Then why did Coke issue an earlier press release, Snopes? So a company employee could log on to the Coca-Cola LinkedIn account in order to watch videos that are part of the mandatory diversity training but when they navigate within LinkedIn Learning to confronting racism, which need not be required viewing in order for them to access it. Dude. Okay, I'm not going to beat the dead horse on that one. This would allow them to create screenshots that featured slides from the course alongside the Coca-Cola logo in the top right-hand corner. So contrary to Borisenko's claim, the president... that wasn't my claim, Snopes! Do your fucking job! There is an actual email that says this! God, I hate these people so much. We asked Coca-Cola to provide details of the company... Yeah, we're not going to provide details of Coca-Cola's statement there. All right, so I have fact-checked the fact-checkers, and my fact-check, as the person who broke this story, says that Snopes is lazy and didn't actually bother to investigate this fully. Congratulations, Snopes, you're shitty fact-checkers. The end.